Brothers and sisters, it is a beautiful day out here in America and Florida, as a matter of fact. But I can tell you something very wonderful. I can feel the seasonal change, and oh, it's a wonderful feeling. That's what I have to say. That's wonderful. Now, take a nice deep breath in, hold, and release. Do you remember, I recall, when scientists were all up in arms going, oh my gosh, we're having a global warming. Well, do you ever think, and does anybody ever, I've always thought about this, and this is the reason why I cannot stand the term global warming. And now let me go into this, because this is quite interesting, what's actually happening on the planet. So the planet goes through phases, right? And as the planet goes through phases, it'll get cooler, and sometimes we'll have ice ages, cold snaps, right? Well, right now, we might actually be going into an ice age, and this is the reason why, my children, this is the reason why we call it, if you don't know the time, believe in yourself, brothers and sisters. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. But this is the reason why we call it climate change, not global warming, because guess what? So I was just looking at something very interesting, because I'm trying to understand what's happening so I can hand down the knowledge to you all. So I'm getting a good understanding of what's happening, and you know, the biggest one now, scientists are saying it's gonna get cooler, okay? But I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for them to say this for a long time. I truly believe we're gonna have something like a mini ice age coming, and there's a lot of scientists out there that actually have said this for a long time. So this is again why we call it climate change, because nobody knows really exactly what's going to happen. So now in Greenland, there was this big glacier, and NASA's been picking it up, right? And it melted in 2012 is when it started melting, right? And it melted down, but now all of a sudden, into the year 2020, now all of a sudden the glacier is actually growing. So what is really happening right now? We are going through a climate change, yes. And Earth has been doing this cycle for a long time. We've just not been on Earth long enough in order to record these climate changes. Family. So if you want to understand what's really going on, and this whole greenhouse effect, I'm sure there is an effect to the greenhouse gases, no doubt. We are definitely playing with this earth, and we need to be careful because this earth is delicate. I always go into the ecosystem and how it works. But understand, we are going to be looking at cold snaps this winter. Mark my words, this winter I have a feeling you're going to see it get cold. And they're saying in some places, like down where I live, it's going to stay like a little warmer than usual. But then it's saying some places in the northern United States is going to get super freaking cold. So this is actually something I'm really interested in seeing myself, because I mean, this is the data they've been collecting, and this is their forecast. We all know the weathermen are not always correct. They like to think they are, but they're not. Especially down here in Florida, they're never really correct. No, not down here. So we'll see. This is gonna be very interesting, to say the very least. This is gonna be a very interesting winter, I believe, because I think this is, in my opinion, what you're gonna see. Because down here, I gotta explain this. The beaches are receding at such a fast rate. I have never seen anything like it, and I've made a few videos about it, and I've been expressing my concerns because I've never seen the beaches quite disappear at the rate that they're disappearing right now. And when I say they're disappearing, my brothers and my children, they're disappearing so quickly. I've never seen in all my years. Trust me, I'm not as young as I look. A little older than I look, as a matter of fact. But in all my years, I have not seen anything like this. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of disturbing. It looks like I can tell you this: North Miami will probably be losing a lot of valuable property. They're saying now in Palm Beach, a lot of valuable property will also be taken out by the water. So this is all very interesting. Ooh, butterflies. So this is all really interesting to me, and I'm really trying to understand it. But you know, The way somebody else explained it to me was, you know, there's scientists and they're looking at it in so many different directions that nobody really knows what's going to happen. We've only had these guesstimates, and by looking at the cycles, by looking below the permafrost in some areas, and below looking at basically kind of like when you look at a tree and you want to, if you want to know ever how old a tree is and you cut it, you'll see rings, right? Well, you count those rings, that's each, it takes 365 days for each one of those rings to make. So when you go down into the ground, when you excavate into the ground, there's a 365 day cycle that you go into the ground. So that's how we can actually know what we may be expecting. But with that said, brothers and sisters, that's why we call it climate change. That's why we don't call it global warming or greenhouse gases. You have to understand, we don't know what's going to happen. This is all very new to us. Again, never in recorded history have we seen this. With that said, my brothers and sisters, I want to give thanks, praise to everybody that supports my channel. Thank you. You have a wonderful morning. Also, I want to give my thanks, praise to the universe. Thanks, praise to God. You have a wonderful day. May peace be with you and also with you. Yeah, but this is going to be a really interesting winter, I must say. Any comments below? Tell me what you think is going to happen. Hey, maybe you have an idea better than I do. Peace.